Well, Paul, how happy are you to have the squad now finalised and with someone such an incredible story like Rylee Foster?
Yeah, it's been a long few months. We've had to sign 20 players. We only had 2 contracted at the start of this off season. So yeah, it's been a big process, but it's also been really good for me because we've obviously delved into positions all over the pitch, leagues all around the world, trying to unearth players and bring people to the football club, and the goalkeeping position's the one that's probably taken the longest. So to finally get Rylee here and signed is a real relief for us to have the squad completed, and obviously we can focus wholeheartedly on the preparation now for the first match.
And with her, what do you think she will bring to the squad as, I suppose, a person, but also on the field?
Yeah, we've been trying to bring in players that can change the dressing room a little bit. We just wanted to add some different dynamics, and I think, you know, if you listen to her story and the way she talks now about life and the way her approach to life, I just think it's going to add an energy that we're really keen to embrace as a team. So that she's got that maturity and she's been through a lot more than many other people, right? So the resilience that she's got as well, I think those sort of things are going to rub off on the team, and that positive energy and outlook, which is what we want.
How many boxes did she have to tick medically before you were comfortable to actually put a contract in front of her?
Look, there's a lot of things that are above my pay grade when it comes to knowing about the medical side of things. But yeah, look, she's been awesome since she got here. There's been lots of different medicals from overseas. Obviously, she was on trial at Celtic, which she's spoken about before, and failed a medical there. So we had to kind of do our own tests, and we did heaps of stuff. And the medical department have been great in terms of feeding that back, and our extended staff as well, sports doctors, etc. So yeah, it's been a bit of a process, but we had to do that. And while that was going on, it enabled us to get to know her as a person and have her around the environment. So we knew straight away that we were getting a great character. And I think we were all really pleased when we got to the point where we were able to make it work.
Rylee herself said it was a risk signing her. How much of a risk is it? And is it, obviously, I assume it's worth that risk?
Yeah, I think every visa player is going to be a risk because they're coming from environments overseas. You're never too sure how they're going to settle, how long it's going to take them to kind of get up to their best, how long it's going to take them to get fully fit and up to the A-League. So, look, I think every signing has a risk to it, right? Obviously, she has this history with a car crash, which is unique and probably something that you don't encounter every day, right? So, yeah, from that point of view, there is some risk, but at the same time, I'd rather look at the positives. We're getting a goalkeeper who's played in WSL for Liverpool, one of the biggest clubs in the world, one of the biggest leagues in the world. She's going to bring a heap of experience into the environment and that positivity that we talked about. So we're looking at it more of like, if she's been through this and she's come out the other side stronger, then imagine, you know, the type of player that we're going to get, which is arguably going to be a better version of what she was before. So we're excited about what we can get out of Rylee, and she's going to add a lot to the environment.
And she'll be competing with Brianna Edwards for that first choice goalkeeper spot?
Yeah, and look, that's the modern day football. You need to have good players in every position competing for places. Brianna did a great job last season, and you know, we've been honest and upfront with her and with Rylee that we want 2 keepers that we can regard as number 1, and we want them to fight it out and battle it out. And if one gets the jersey at the start, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the case all the way through the season. You want that competition, so we're privileged, I guess, to have those 2 and to have those 2 as our options. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but it's the same all over the park. We've got kind of players really pushing for places this season, which will make us more competitive.
I take it looking forward to having the football ferns back, Kelly Brown joining and the full squad all training a couple of weeks out. Yeah,
look, I think it's what I've learned is the A-League women's very challenging pre-season. It's 5 weeks is short anyway, and then when you add in a 12-day international window in the middle of it, and then you've got players finishing off in NPL and stuff like that. Kelly obviously was part of that winning team on Sunday, so she's coming back to New Zealand this week. We haven't seen her yet. We've had ALeague for a day or 2. We haven't seen Rylee Foster yet. So yeah, we're going to go into this last 2.5 weeks of pre-season without having all of our team actually together on the training pitch all at once. So there's big challenges, but it's up to us to find ways around that. And yeah, we're looking forward. We've got that pre-season trip to Gosford, which will give us 2 really good games heading into the season.